What is going on today, guys? Happy Tuesday, May the 24th. And what a day it was, guys. Massive move to the down. Okay, not massive, but pretty solid move to the downside. Um, Pretty much for the entirety of the day. Heading into power hour, the last hour trading session, we saw some nice bullish momentum to the upside. And it's really nice to see heading into the close, into the futures right now. We are green and trending to the upside. I mean, this is a really nice sign to see after just so much inconsistencies, right? I mean, let's try to keep this bullish momentum going, right? I mean, it's been up and down, up and down, up and down. I mean, it's been brutal, honestly. Yesterday it was pretty much the opposite. It was green and then ended red, I believe. And then today was red the entire day and then ended green. So, um, heavy manipulation going on in the market right now. Your best bet is obviously just sticking to your plan and whatever whatever your strategies are, just stick to them. Don't be phased by too much of the manipulation that's going on. Long term wise, guys, I mean, people keep saying recession this, recession that. I don't think we're, going to drop any more significantly than we've already seen. Like not too much. I mean, I still, still obviously downturns are possible, right? But um overall, I think the market is set for a rally based on what the signs that it's showing. And obviously, I'm going to talk about the SPY and the levels that that's at right now. I expect the SPY to break over 400, but it's just a matter of money coming in to the buy side and getting the Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq going. Honestly, so taking a look at oil, guys, still it's uptrending. So if you're in any oil plays, I highly recommend just to hold. I think oil is still due for a big run to the upside, due to supply concerns and everything that's going on around the world, all the tensions. Bitcoin back up over 30K. And this is really what I like to see, honestly. Today or yesterday was at low 29s and then bounced off that bottom. So there was obviously a lot of buying pressure there, getting us back over 30. So hopefully we can see in the next coming weeks we can get to the 35 and we can get back to the 40 levels, because then that would be absolutely phenomenal to see. So after just seeing so much red here, and obviously I said keep those key support levels in mind, obviously the 26, 25, and then the 22,000, which has been talked about a lot. But I mean, we haven't really touched, I mean, we touched 25 when the big drop happened. I believe it was a week or two ago. And I mean, I look at us now at over 30 grand, and I obviously I want to continue to see buying pressure come here, head to 35, and head back to 40 within the next couple weeks, or however long that'll take, maybe a month, I don't know. But I like this consolidation around these levels. I really like that. KOLD getting hammered to the downside, all because of natural gas right now. It's just continuing to uptrend. Um, I was obviously being transparent. It could have gone either way. Now with natural gas, there's clearly reasonings behind this. There's just so much tension in the world. Um, we can dive into it a little bit deeper, just real fast, just to get an idea of exactly what news articles are driving this price up. Um, yeah, I mean it should pop up. That's weird, but yeah, I mean, there was the whole Finland news. There was a whole news about Russia cutting off Finland supply of natural gas there. There's just, I mean, in general, there's just a lot of tension here. So, I obviously was being transparent and uh, being open about the fact that this can continue to uptrend. Now we are in all-time high, not all-time highs, but we are like in decade highs. I mean, this is just massive right now. We're approaching $9. We haven't seen this in years. So, yeah, look at this, guys. Look at the chart. Well over a decade. We have not seen this since 2008, basically. Um, Regardless of anything, guys, whether you start buying cold now or wait for a peak, my whole thing is just continue to accumulate. shares, right? I mean, KOLD is having that. I'm gonna talk more in details about that in a second, but in terms of just where I stand on this is just accumulation, right? Because natural gas is it's gonna have to come down. I mean, bottom line is with once the tensions begin to ease and whatnot, and demand starts tapering off, like I've talked about many times, I think KOLD is just a perfect thing to put your money into and just hold. Um, it has obviously seen some significant moves to the downside, but at the same token, there's a lot of opportunity there, considering how inflated natural gas is. So keep an eye on that, guys. I really do believe natural gas will come back down in due time in the next few months or so. So again, it could still continue to uptrend. So keep an eye on that, guys. Make sure you're following me at the Deepster7 stocktwits. I try to post for you guys as often as I can. Um, yeah, today not too much of a hectic day, but overall just giving you guys as much feedback as I can on plays and opportunities that I've seen in the market. Let's jump into the SPY and basically break down the price action of today. Okay, let's see, where are we at? We are on the 24th. Here we are, guys. We zoom in a little bit. Like I said, that move to the downside basically just began to consolidate, right? And guys, we're still in the high 380s, the 390s level, and I've been talking about keep an eye on that support at 380. I want to continue to see consolidation in this area and uptrend back to 400, retest that level, and go north from there. But 400, I do project to see a break on 400 as long as bullish momentum stays strong, as long as we see a lot of buying pressure to the upside in the markets, which I don't see why not. A lot of these companies are at prices that are just, I mean, it's not absurd, obviously. I mean, it's just all a matter of, whether people are buying or not. But at the same token, I just see so much opportunity. And obviously going to talk about a few names um, that I'm very bullish on. But guys, $400 is right around the corner. As you guys can see, towards the end of the day, it did uptrend. It did uptrend back to the upside. So 394 now, and I really am looking forward to see a 400 retest and break that. And we'll see some nice moves in the market from there. But be prepared for anything, guys. We could see another downtrend. There's obviously this monkeypox uh, whatever you want to call it, looming, and other things going on. So obviously the tensions in the world. I mean, that's the big elephant in the room. Obviously, inflation and all that good stuff. So keep an eye on the SPY, guys. I really do see a 400 retest coming in the next couple of weeks, or as soon as tomorrow. I mean, it could happen. UVXY, the bearish ETF that I've been talking about for quite some time. Obviously, as I said, market uptrended, so that's going to send this downward. The price action here has just been so strange, guys. I mean, it's really good for a scalp, right? If you catch it at the right levels. And, today was a great day for a scalp due to the fact that it was red for the majority of the day. And as you guys can see right here, where is it? Right here, bam. I mean, a dollar in the money, dollar 25, $1.50 per share if you caught it at that right level. But I mean, it's acting so strange right now. It's hard to make predictions, right? I mean, we've seen this market get absolutely hammered. I mean, these past few months have been pretty brutal in the sense that it just can't choose a direction that it wants to go. And I mean, we've just seen up and down, up and down, up and down. But I think uh, more dominantly on the downside, as you guys can see with a lot of plays that have just been brutalized. So UVXY, like I said, guys, I like this play when it's under 15. I haven't touched it at all. I still think it's a great ETF to keep in mind for when the market is downtrending, so you can make money on the downtrends as well, or shorting stocks, whatever. But UVXY is a very good opportunity here. Under 15, maybe 14, 13 levels. That's really where I'm a buyer at. Um, with obviously continued momentum to the upside, this is not a play I'm really looking at. But when the market does downtrend, UVXY can really get going, and it can get going quick. So keep an eye on it, guys. Moving on over to KOLD, like I just talked about. KOLD is having that reverse split, or I believe it's just a split. Every 4 shares you have is now going to be turned into 1. I believe that's called a reverse split. I honestly forgot. But yeah, 4-to-1, and that's coming in the next couple days. If you have your position and you're holding it, don't be concerned. It's not going to change the value of your shares. It's just basically essentially turning 4 into 1. And like I, gave my analysis on natural gas, this is the play. This is the one that I see in the next 2-3 months. It's really going to have some nice returns. In terms of percentages, I'm thinking north of 50%. We just need to see a pullback in natural gas. That's basically all. That's really what this price action is relying on, right? I mean, obviously we're to the downside. We're in all-time lows. Did I expect us to get to this low? Maybe not, but I mean, was it possible? Of course, it's possible because of all the tensions that's happening with the supply concerns, and there's just a lot of politics involved in it, and natural gas demand is still very high. There's shortages, but the production is ramping up, so things will end up leveling out, and KOLD will go to very nice levels. So keep an eye on KOLD, guys. If you're holding your position, I would just say that A word that I've been talking about is accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. If you're a swing trader, take profit where you can. If you're a long-term trader here, just buy more and more and hold it. Moving on over to Rivian, still one of those electric vehicle plays that I'm very bullish on. And um, like I said with the SPY, we see that retest of 400. Rivian easily can get to $30, $30 plus. I've been bullish on this play since $30 range. Obviously, we saw the market take an absolute dump to the downside. We saw all-time lows here, and I still my sentiment on the play has not changed at all. So I mean, obviously, I mean, as a starting company, just IPOing not too long ago, it's still a young company at the end of the day. Were they listed at too high of a valuation? Obviously, guys, as you guys can see, it being hammered to the downside as it is, but the more and more we see consolidation in the 20s heading into 30s range, that's a really good sign to see. Obviously, investors and traders are very confident with these levels, and I mean, I still believe this is a very good buy for the long term. I still believe that this company with its technology is going to be, have a nice share in the market because, like I said, it is a premium product. So keep Rivian on watch, guys. If you're holding this, I think it's a great investment long term. If you're swinging it, I think there's great opportunity as long as the market's in a bullish uptrend. Moving on over to, I'll talk about that one after Tesla. Talking about Tesla, guys. Still, I will say that big A word again, accumulation range. I really do believe this is in a very nice accumulation range. Continue to buy on in the 600s levels. If it does drop into the 500s, continue to buy more. Obviously, that's easier said than done. This is a very expensive stock, but if you do have the funds and you are watching this video, I strongly suggest that you buy Tesla and you sit on it for a while. And just like I said, if the market does decide to take another dump, if this goes into the 500s, maybe even 400s, it's literally all dependent on the pressure, right? I mean, we could have pressure to the upside, we have pressure to the downside. We have nice pressure towards the close of today, and I want to see that continuing, obviously. But market's been so unpredictable, and even a play like Tesla has been, destroyed to the downside. But yeah, guys, 600, 500s, these are just absolutely golden accumulation ranges. And I mean, 3 to 6 months, even maybe even longer than that, obviously, it doesn't hurt to hold any Tesla. Tesla's not going anywhere. They're a powerhouse in the game, and I really still my sentiment on it hasn't changed. So accumulate as much as you can here, guys. Moving on over to Affirm, I did add this at the $20.50 range. Um, I was keeping a close eye on the market, and this one really jumped on my radar as an opportunity. with the market uptrending and up 50 cents a share so far, and I am holding my position heading into tomorrow. It's not too large of a position, but I'm in the green and I'm happy about that. And guys, just like a ton of other plays, look at the lows that it made earlier this month. I mean, it went down to the 13s. That was just, I mean, that's beyond me. That's off. That's just an awful drop. But as you guys can see, massive move back to the upside. If we zoom out a little bit, taking a look at this chart, as long as market remains strong, like I said on my stocktwits, I really do believe $25 will come fast. This stock has a tendency to move very quick. There's a lot of shares being traded, a lot of volatility here, and as long as we see some bullish momentum, we will see the $25 range and head north side of there. So you're a long-term investor here, I think it's a great opportunity. Level of support to keep an eye out on is the $19 to $18 range. Obviously we don't want to break underneath that. There was a lot of obviously there was the stock was taken advantage of, obviously to the short side and getting dumped really hard. That's why it went to those 13s levels, which is just absurd to me. I mean, in general, you look taking a look at the earnings, the recent earnings, solid. I mean, as solid as can be. A 58% beat on the earnings, and a over 3%. That's not super substantial, but that is something, and that's really a positive sign to see, guys. For this financial company. So at the end of the day, guys, still very bullish on this, and I do see long term wise heading 30 plus, and who knows from there, guys. It's a very liquid stock, a lot of volatility. Last but not least, going to talk about ATHX. This pretty much blew my mind today, honestly. There wasn't massive volume. There was a pretty significant amount that came in. What I did notice the most is on the bid and the ask, there was a lot of really like high order amounts that were being executed by the bid and the ask. It just looked like pure manipulation was going on. As you guys can see, look at the price action today. I mean, it was just absolutely sad. I mean, just dead. It was like basically a cemetery. So, I mean, am I, remaining bullish on this play? I am in general. As I've told you guys before, this stock has gotten to the 15 cents level before. So, we break under that 20, if we, really don't hold that 20-cent mark and consolidate there and see an influx of buyers, we could easily head back towards that direction. Um, in general, very nice earnings on this play. I mean, as you guys can see, not too shabby. Over 100% growth in revenue. It's not necessarily a low floater. There are a ton of shares outstanding. So when it comes to volume, there needs to be a significant amount to get this moving. So that's also an issue here. If you are holding that, there has to be a lot of volume to get this going. So um, but just make sure to protect yourself. Have stop losses. I am down in my position, but overall, I'm remaining positive on it, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to sell a position and reevaluate, right? Because, like I said, guys, this could easily break that 20 cents mark. It's shown that there is quite a significant amount of manipulation going on here. Um, so just keep an eye on it, guys. It's obviously a high risk play, so if that falls into your wheelhouse, I mean, give it a whirl. But at the end of the day, it's all a matter of risk management and minimizing losses and maximizing profits, obviously. And that's pretty much it for stocks. Like I said, VECHAIN and AMP are my two crypto holdings. My long-term VECHAIN price target is north of 10 cents. AMP is 5 cents plus in the long term, guys. Like I'm talking, 6 months plus from now. So 10 cents on VECHAIN and 5 cents on AMP, which is quite and I mean, is that an outrageous price target for each? I mean, we're talking about 300-400% moves. I don't think it is at all. As we see Bitcoin head back to the upside, I really do believe that we will see those levels be reached again. But it's just a matter of patience and holding your positions, guys. So, like I said before, make sure to follow me on stocktwits. If you do enjoy this content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Um, it's nice seeing the channel grow organically. You guys watching my videos, whoever you are, wherever you're from, it means a lot to me. It really does. So I don't ask for anything from you guys, no donations, no fees for anything. I want to do this for you guys for free because it does benefit for me. I feel like I'm learning a lot more as a trader going, as time moves forward. So um, just a quick recap: talked about the SPY, talked about Uvxy, KOLD, Rivian, Tesla, Affirm, ATHX, that highly volatile penny play, VECHAIN, and AMP. If you have any plays that you want me to look into in my upcoming videos, make sure to comment down below. If you have any questions, anything you wanna talk to me about, just comment down below. I don't really care. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, obviously. And I hope you guys have been having a profitable trading day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.